Oh, okay. Well, let me try that again. It might have recorded, it might not have. Audio. What's good, ladies and gentlemen, the S&J Nation? Let me just tell you my trials and tribulations. This is the third video I've shot today. And y'all probably like, oh, why is it the first? If you already heard this, it'd be hilarious. But basically, YouTube is broken. I did the MGK video. It's going to take 24 hours for them to check and say it's okay. Like, literally every other... y'all should definitely do something about that, Susan. By the way, shout out for the 100K plaque. But let's talk about this, man. So Tyler, the Creator, was dissed by Eminem on the Kamikaze album. He said some pretty foul things, you know what I mean? Because he didn't like the fact that Tyler had came out and tweeted about not liking Eminem's new music, right? So we got a few clips here from the Funk Master Flex show, you know what I mean, that we gonna play right now. Hopefully my screen recording works and I'll be able to actually play these clips and not just the audio, but it might just be the audio if the screen recording doesn't work. But if not, it's the same difference. Pretend it's a radio, it is a radio interview. Pretend it's an old school radio interview. So here we go. Because Tyler brings up some points here I want to talk about. Let's get it. Oops. Let's get it.
Favorite rapper really inspired me.
Stop right there. Off tops, he calls Eminem his favorite rapper. And that he really inspired him. First of all, if you've ever heard Odd Future, Wolfgang, Kill 'Em All, if you've ever heard the collective of Odd Future, if you've ever heard Psycho, if you've ever heard Tyler, the Creator's music, you definitely see this. He was, and it wasn't even so much that he was inspired by Eminem, he was inspired by Slim Shady. Slim Shady specifically. If you listen to his music for a second, if you listen to his music for a second, you'll be able to be like, oh yeah, that's definitely a child of Slim. So the reason why I paused this is that we need to take this piece of information with the rest of everything we hear, right? We need to be smart. We gotta be smart. And we can't just come into this video like, Tyler, the Creator. Ah! You come into the video like, okay, so this is a fan of M.
Alright. I don't like his new stuff, and he doesn't like that. I don't like his new stuff, and he dissed me on his last album because I keep being vocal about that I don't like.
His newer material hasn't moved you like his prior material. Is that a good way to put it?
Yeah.
Let's stop right there. Tyler, the Creator. This all spawned from Tyler, the Creator's talking about how he didn't like Eminem's new stuff on tweets. So Eminem, being the MC he is, and being, we're all artists and we are sensitive. We're artists, we're sensitive. And being sensitive as an artist, that's how you make good art. He wasn't feeling that. He wasn't liking that at all. I feel like also he probably took disrespect in the fact like, wait a minute, this dude who clearly my son gonna disrespect me? So I gave birth to your style and you gonna just bite the hand? But let's listen to what Tyler was really saying. Let's run back exactly what Tyler was really saying. Listen, remember, he's his favorite artist.
His new stuff, and he doesn't like that. I don't.
We gonna break it down bit by bit right here. What he say exactly? Hold up.
His new stuff, and he doesn't like that.
My bad.
He inspired me. I don't like his new stuff.
Hold on.
And he doesn't like that. I don't like his new stuff.
I'm gonna put it this way, like this. Tyler, the Creator, said, I don't like his new stuff. But the bar was when he said he don't like that I don't like his new stuff. First off, every artist is probably going to be upset if you don't like their new stuff. Let's keep it a buck. It's the last effort we put in. It's the last amount of blood, sweat, and tears we put into something. Maybe he didn't, but it's the last thing we put out. It's our last venture, our last step out. So if you don't like it, we take it personally. Yeah. But is Tyler wrong for saying that? Huh? There's a lot of Eminem fans here. Can we be honest? Can we be honest? Listen, this is the Screwface Jean channel. I'm an artist, first of all. So that's why I got the luxury of being honest in my reviews and my stuff. I don't just jump out the window just to make videos to pander to fan bases. Listen here. I don't like Eminem's new stuff comparative to his old stuff. Are y'all let's be honest here. Let's sit down and let's really talk. Are y'all genuinely gonna say anything after the Eminem show is as good as anything before the Eminem show? We can go song for song. We can do this all day. I want to see it in the comment sections. What album Marshall Mathers LP, Slim Shady EP or LP, Marshall Mathers LP, Eminem show, Encore, right? Unless I'm missing one, right? Even Encore wasn't as good as the previous albums before it. Lyrically, it seemed like Eminem has stayed in the exact, well, not even in the exact same place, because a lot of people be like, technically on a piece of paper, if you wrote down the lyrics and said it, maybe it would be good. But I'm telling you right now, M is missing something that he had when he was younger, and it might be youth. It might just be the fact that he's not older. It might be, honestly, to me, it's probably because of the fact that he's cleaned up. And I think a lot of that stuff had to do with the stuff that he was doing before. While he was so crazy, jumping out the window, thinking of different stuff like, my words are like a dagger with a jagged edge and a stab you in the head. Whether you use it, come on, does he rap like that still? Like that? You really want to mess with a guy who skydives to give the Statue of Liberty high fives? Are you saying that he still raps like that? Because we can say that Eminem raps well, and we can say that Eminem lyrically is better than 90% of the people on the playing field at any given time. But can we say that it is better than his older stuff? I wouldn't say so. There was a certain thing that came with Eminem with Young M, when you was listening to him, that made you just feel like, ooh, I should be listening to this. Ooh. It made you feel like dirty, like ooh, right? I feel like Eminem now is like a dog, like a pit bull, like a champion prize, like a fighting dog whose teeth have been dulled through the years. I'm just saying, let's be honest. Tyler is speaking the truth here. Tyler's speaking the way I feel. I don't think Eminem's as good as he used to be. So you can kill me if you want to be. That doesn't mean Eminem isn't good. But there was a level where Eminem was at where when it comes to writing rhymes, there was no better. But even now, when you look at Rap God, to me, Rap God isn't as good as his old stuff simply because it seems like he's trying a lot harder now to do the same things that he was doing before he wasn't really trying like that. That's how I feel. He's still the best lyricist out, one of the best lyricists out right now, and I'm still excited every time he drops a project, but we can't act as if we get the same feeling from Kamikaze, Recovery, Relapse that we got from the Eminem show, that we got from the Marshall Mathers LP. Come on, dog. Huh? Come on. Without Me is not the real Slim Shady. I'm just going to say.
And he dissed me on his last album because I keep being vocal about that I don't like.
His newer material.
See, and that's another thing. Like, what do we want from our artists? We're not even talking about M anymore. Just our artists in general, our celebrities, pop culture people. What do we want? What do we always say we want? Honesty, right? Honesty means that they're going to say things that you do not agree with. That's what honesty is, right? Honesty doesn't mean that we just speak in a way that makes you happy. No. If Tyler, Creator, genuinely feels this way, he has every right in the world to say it, and I'll fight to the death for his right to say it. This isn't no cult. You know what I mean? Not everybody's supposed to like the same person. This person is somebody, and here's the crazy part. Tyler, the Creator, is an Eminem fan, and you could tell no matter what he says, and is inspired. There's going to be people who are less of Eminem fans, who have lived with Eminem's music shorter amount of time, who are going to come to Tyler, the Creator, and act like he's an Eminem hater for that. And I feel like Eminem kind of missed that point, but at the same time, you gotta know when you say something negative about somebody, an artist, music, they gonna come for you with the Machapo, huh?
Hasn't moved you like his prior.
It's that simple. His new stuff does not move me like his prior stuff did. It's that simple. It's not rocket science.
It was him. It was like, this is the aesthetic and what I want to.
Now he talking about recovery. He's saying that he didn't like it, but this was him. You can tell that he wanted to put that out and he ran with it all the way. All right. Now I will say I hate all the R albums. Every album that Eminem put out that has an R, starts with the letter R, I don't like. I'm not the biggest fan of his R albums. Kamikaze to me was a save. Because if Revival would have just stayed there and he would not have dropped something, Kamikaze was the best mulligan in hip hop history.
And he went 100%.
Yeah, he going 100% with it.
Fans that didn't really like it, I want the old him.
Now he's saying that there's fans that didn't really like it who was saying like, I want the old M. I was one of those fans. I was one of those fans where I was saying, but y'all, and then let me be honest with the way that I was saying it too. As an artist, I understand how frustrating it is when people listen to your new music and be like, I want your old music. You'd be like, well, listen, I'm not even that person anymore. There's been a lot of experiences since that. Success, failure, love, pain, all that stuff has happened in that time. So I cannot be the same 20-something-year-old I was with bleach blonde hair. I can't be that person. But when I was saying it, I'm saying it in a different way. I'm saying that with the understanding that you cannot be that person again. But I'm saying that there is a... When I say M needs to go back to that, I don't mean regress. Now, going back means stepping backwards, moonwalking, regressing, digressing, back into something. I was more saying that there is an aesthetic, and there was a lane that I feel like Eminem was evolving in, right? And then it seemed like around when Proof passed, then he went to a whole different lane. Now, he might be evolving in that lane, but that's going in the first lane was going this way, this one's going this way. Right? I know that's a weird metaphor. Maybe you understand it, but that's what I was saying. I wasn't saying literally go back and make Marshall Mathers LP or the Eminem Show. I'm saying there is a way that your voice can transcend the same way it did at that time with the narrative and with the life that you live now. I'm just saying.
I want the Marshall Mathers LP and I want the old M. I don't know, but it feels like he read that and was like, damn, you know what? Let me go back and try to rehash a moment.
I like this part.
People go back. That is the grossest thing. Move forward. Favorite rap.
I love that bar. We're going to stop that right there. I love that bar. Hold on. Let me save this. I love that bar. He said that it sounded like, and I agree with that too, right? But I thought that was why Kamikaze was such a good project, because he did go back and do what people wanted. And it sounded like the new version of that old stuff. Now, will I say Kamikaze was as good as that other stuff? Nah, hell nah. But what I love that Tyler Creator said is that, man, when people go back, it's disgusting. At first, when I heard this, I almost called Tyler a hypocrite, because I was like, wait, didn't you say in your tweets you didn't like his stuff? But then that was me being stupid, because I automatically put together, when you say you don't like it, it means that go back to the old stuff. No, he was saying do the new stuff, evolve, keep going forward, but go forward in a good way. Not every new step is the best step you could have took. It's just the newest step you could have took. And I like that bar. I think a lot of us as artists need to pay attention to that. Rehashing old things is like warming up cold French fries. You're not in that lane anymore. You're not in that age anymore. You're not in that whatever. You should be evolving every time you come out. I put it this way. When you were a kid, you probably go back to your 5th grade class and you look at the drawings you drew. What you drew about, what you were speaking about. If someone was to tell you I'll put it this way. In 5th grade, if someone told you to draw a picnic, and then in college, if they told you to draw a picnic, it's going to be 2 different pictures. If you drew the same exact picture, photo realistically the exact same twice, people will be looking at you like, what is wrong with this guy? Right? Wouldn't you? Wouldn't you look at somebody who's like, wait. What has happened in your life that you're still drawing from the perspective of a 5th grader? And that doesn't mean skill. That means what you see. What you see. Oh, I'm in my bag. Do I agree 100% with everything what Tyler Creator was saying? I agree with a lot of it. I honestly agree with a lot of it. I agree with the majority part of it. What do I disagree with? Because what I disagree with is he was talking about Marshall Mathers LP 2 and not Kamikaze. I honestly think Kamikaze was more of him rehashing what he used to do or listening to his fans more than that was. I'm dead serious. I honestly think it was. He was talking about Marshall Mathers LP 2. After listening to Marshall Mathers LP 2 and damn near reacting to every song off of it, I don't think Marshall Mathers LP 2 was like Marshall Mathers LP 1. I think he was going for that. I don't think he succeeded. I think it was a whole different project. I think it was more introspective. You know what I think it was? I feel like it was more like him tying up the loose ends from Marshall Mathers LP. With the criminal skit, apologizing to his mom, all that stuff. That's big. That's Hurge. So I don't think people should be killing Tyler at all. You should probably kill him for that freestyle, though. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't even react to it. Cause I was like, what am I gonna say to this? I already heard it though. But honestly, bro, I think there needs to be more healthy conversations like this. Tyler is an Eminem fan. The stans are irrational. They're gonna kill him anyway. I'm trying to talk to the regular people, the regular Eminem fans. Listen to what he's saying and ask yourself, how much of it do you disagree with honestly, and how many of it do you agree with honestly? Because if you're going to say he's 100% wrong and there's nothing he stated in here that was a fact, then we know that you have showed your bias and you're not probably that most rational person to be speaking on such a matter. Just saying. He did have some points. Now, I would love to hear the debate of the people who disagree in the comment section. But what is there to do? You think M was trying to rehash on Marshall Mathers LP2? I disagree with him on that. Right? I think branding wise, of course he was. He had the yellow hair again. He had the Marshall Mathers. Of course he was. Music wise, I don't think as much. What do y'all think? Huh? And do you think going back is gross? I do. I really do. And whenever I tell an artist I wish it would sound like the old stuff or whatever, I never mean literally that. I always mean that there is a lane in which you can evolve. It would be like a fork in the road, right? There becomes a fork in the road where, yeah, you can completely go one way that's completely different than the fork you was traveling, and you may still get to where you were going, but it probably is better if you stay in the lane in which people like you. That doesn't mean you can't evolve. People always hear that and think it means do not change, do not evolve. That's not what I'm saying. Hey, I didn't realize this one was going to be this long, but it's a pretty good conversation to be had, man. Is Eminem... I'm going to make a whole video about this. Is Eminem as good as he used to be? Is Eminem's music better now or before? That's a whole video. We out of here. Strictly for the Fans tour. Yeah, make sure you email SCRUFACEJEAN for that Discord link. And the Strictly for the Fans tour is going on right now. Nebraska, Lincoln, Nebraska, August 8th. Then Portland, Oregon, the 16th. It's going down, down, baby, oh, straight in a Range Rover. Anyway, Saturday, me and Trey Stuckey from the Law Twins are dropping Uppercut. New Screw music, not just new Screw music, the return of Screw Saturday. Uppercut, uppercut, I hit them all with the uppercut, yeah, yeah, we out of here.
Understand you probably did this for closure, but listen close and
you'll notice all it did was expose you. So you be giving whack verses, taking on the culture while charging the leg and the shoulder. Man, this kid is a vulture.
In case y'all didn't believe me or y'all didn't know, the man himself, man.
I'm just saying though. It's like I ain't.
Midwest in the building, big way, huh?
We backstage a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I just had to holler at my boy Jean Jacket real quick, you know what I'm saying? Let him know feelings mutual, you know what I'm saying?
Hey man, this the guy right here, man. Praise this guy right here.
Look who's talking, look who's talking. You know what I'm saying? Pull out that chopper,